Hello, everybody, and thank you all for coming out to the Goddess Queen Tulsa show. I'm your host, Queen Tulsa, and tonight we have a great show for you. Please make sure you order your mask. It stops here. Definitely, please make sure you order your mask. It stops here. We still have them in stock. So make sure you order your mask. And this is how they go on. Comes with some adjustable straps, right? Okay, so it makes it comfortable around your ear. You'll just place it over your nose and put it behind your ear, and you can adjust your straps. It is washable, it is reusable. Okay, so now that we've got that out the way, we do have great people coming by this evening. I'll go ahead and place the link in the chat just in case someone definitely wants to come up. So we will go ahead and post the link. So if you are a guest on the show and you can't seem to get in, you are going to click this link right here that I placed in the chat, and then you can come right on up. All right, without further ado, if you're a new subscriber, thank you for subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for returning. All right, and now we will have a quick commercial with our production team with the mask. So we'll be right back. Queen Tulsa merchandise. Hello, guys. We do have masks. It stops here by Queen Tulsa. Thank you all for supporting so much. We do have our masks that are adjustable. You can adjust the straps, adjust to your liking. I want to thank you so much, and we will be getting justice. And I want to thank you in advance for your purchase. And just remember to always have gratitude, always show gratitude. Thank you so much. Thank you. Always show gratitude no matter what is going on in your life. Always show gratitude. We'll go ahead and do some housekeeping. We have Sparkle in the building. Hey Sparkle, how are you doing? Thank you for coming out. We got Creisha in the building. Hello everyone. Hello. We got Roxy and Shay or Shaw. Those masks are cute. Thank you so much. Make sure you get yours. I'm going to actually post the link in the chat here in a bit. And she says, Happy Sunday. All right, we have Creisha in the back. Creisha,
Yes. Hello.
aka Creative. She's actually on the flyer, but her name is
I was trying to fucking put my camera off, but it's all right. Because I'm at my storage. I was looking for something. Fuck.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're fine. How are you this evening, my love?
I'm good.
Awesome. So listen, let's go ahead and I'll let you introduce yourself, let the people know what you do and where they can find you.
Well, my name is Creative and on, well, actually, it's Got Cakes on IG. Because nobody really knows my first name. And if you don't know me, I really wouldn't respond. But but yeah, I work security or have worked security. I work at where I work, LSU. I do LSU games in Louisiana.
Okay, so you work the football
Con-
games.
the concession stands.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. So, and let me ask you this. So tonight we're doing somewhat of a potluck, and pretty
Mm-hmm.
much I invited some guests here, and everybody can bring a topic.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a topic in mind?
Not to my knowledge. I mean, shit. Besides the shit that's going on, I don't know.
Absolutely. That's a start right there. So here, let me go ahead. I'm actually going to post the link to where you can get your mask in the chat. And so I'll start by saying thank you
It's
all
too
for.
hot for a mask over here. I promise you. It's too fucking.
Well, like when you're traveling, maybe on an airplane or something like that, you can
Oh
always.
yeah, now when you're on an airplane, that's totally different. Yeah, that's totally different. But motherfucker, I live in Louisiana. Ain't no motherfucking way I'm throwing on no fucking mask, bitch. We about to die.
All right, and there you have it. Okay, so I guess my topic would be this is my season, this is my turn. I was actually listening to Bishop Whitehead earlier, and I know he's
Mhm.
very controversial now in the streets, but he did make a very important point earlier
Mhm.
when he was saying, this is my season, this is my turn. And what that meant for me was, this is my season because I feel like I've just been going through the motions and I've just been going, 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 and not really being able to really fulfill. I really feel like I really haven't fulfilled my purpose, but I feel like I'm walking in my purpose. But I feel like this is definitely my season to grow, to build, and to accelerate. I'm Kaizen, I'm elevating every day. And so when he says it's my turn to take back my power. It's my turn to fight for what's right. It's my turn to finally stand my ground. It's my time to not fight with my hands, but if I'm going to war or anything like that, I want to do it in a way where I'm getting my message across. So that message was very deep. That message was very, very deep. It was it got me thinking. It got me thinking that, don't jump out of the race. The race isn't over. Life isn't done for me. It's not over. Reach even if I reach a hurdle in my life, or what do you call it? Um what somebody would say, oh, this is a terrible situation. I'm learning that
Right.
make the best out of it.
Right.
And it's like, if people don't believe in me, I believe in myself. The things that I want, I create that world for myself. Um, Everyone that's a part of my life are there for a reason, and I never take them for granted.
And as you should.
Absolutely. So, do you feel like it's your season and it's your turn? Hello, evolution.
Well, my season is to get get back on the right track.
Now, what does that mean for you?
Well, I moved out here to Louisiana, so just basically trying to put my stamp of approval on certain things like businesses that I want to, handle or take care of, so far as a wig line.
Oh, now
I've been
that's a good idea.
because I just want to be in a stability before I go and do anything what people don't understand. So I don't know. That's
Right.
my purpose.
Okay. So, how do you feel like your purpose can help others?
Well, I mean, don't be afraid to take risk. I mean, shit, I've been taking risks half my damn life. You just got to be open minded. You can't be a closed minded person thinking you're gonna do something great and you don't do shit.
Right. Now, I know you said you just moved to
From
Louisiana.
Cali to here, yeah,
You were
I
in
moved out
Cali?
here a month ago.
Yeah. So you were in Cali. So what was life like in Cali for you?
High as fuck. High. Everything is high in California, not just as in smoking wise. More like everything is high. Like ain't nothing there no more. It's time for a change. That's how I feel.
Oh, wow.
When it
Okay.
ain't nothing somewhere where you from all the like I'm from there, so when you don't see nothing valuable past what your normalcy is, then it kind of gets tiresome and it's time to move on. It's time to plant new seeds, grow somewhere else.
Exactly. Well, you know what? So today is Sunday, and I want to start off with, what I'm grateful for. And you can sound off and jump in whenever you're able to tell what you're grateful and
Gotcha.
thankful.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm grateful for and what I'm thankful for is for my husband, for my family, for my children, for life in general, um, my life, those that come into my life, those that I'm able to help, those that are able to help me, those are that are help educate me. I educate them. So really, it's um, everybody that's got something going and want to be positive and going into the right direction. Those are the type of people that I enjoy serving. Because it's a difference when like you have ungrateful people and you try to serve them, and then you just they make it seem like you're not doing enough.
No, it becomes even funnier when you practice what you don't preach. That's the real message.
Yeah. Now that's deep. Now practice what you don't preach. Give us an example.
Okay, prime example. If you telling me, right,
Hmm.
like, okay, prime example, like if you telling me go to school, do this, do that, don't be out in the streets, X, Y, and Z, right?
Hmm.
But you telling me this, but you're doing the complete opposite of what you telling me not to do.
I get it.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. And see, like this is make it make sense. Okay, so let me ask you. There was a pastor that got robbed in New York, and
Uh-huh.
you know, a lot of people were making accusations that they didn't believe that it was real. Well,
Believe
now
what was real.
the robbery, they feel like it was staged.
Oh yeah, I kind of felt like it was staged too because how is it that you go from an altercation to robbed and now you going viral? Make it that's crazy to me. Like what?
Yeah, I mean, well, what confuses me is like all the jewelry and the flashiness is given like he wouldn't do that in LA.
Right.
I feel like he wouldn't do that in LA. And I feel like some preachers can be classy. I'm not saying don't live your best life, don't go out and buy the clothes that you want. But I just feel like if you have a congregation that I'm pretty sure is in need, but you're up in Gucci, um, that I don't understand that.
Me personally, I don't support motherfuckers that's living above their means, but want you to cheer them on. Make that shit make sense. Matter of fact, it don't make fucking sense.
Yeah. Well, this pastor, he actually has a mansion. He went to jail. And let me ask you this. Do you believe that people can go to jail and come out and get their lives together?
Yes, I do. I do believe people can get out of jail and get their lives together. Yes, but what I don't condone is you trying to sit here and fabricate like this is what God purposed for you to do, and for you to get these big old houses, these Rolls Royces, shit that don't really matter. Because at the end of the day, God, you're not going to heaven with a Rolls Royce. You're not going to heaven with a goddamn Rolex. These is all materialistic things that they get clouded by being a flex. For what? You're praising the Lord, not flexing for the Lord.
Good point. Now, let me ask you this. Do you feel like people that have been incarcerated, do you think that their past can hold them back because of their previous charges?
I mean, it can and it can't. It all depends on you as the individual. Because me working as a correctional officer, it depends on the person. Now, if you got the mentality that you're not institutionalized, then that means you're trying to go back into the community.
Mhm.
You trying to be active back into the community. You trying to have people respect you again. You want people to understand you. You want people to be like, yeah, he got a pass, but he's doing something with himself. Instead of just sitting there criticizing somebody. For what you criticizing them for? Everybody got a pass. Everybody got a story to tell now. That's just some true facts.
That's true. You know, being that you worked in like as a correctional officer, what are some of the things that maybe the inmates that you've spoken with, what are like some of the things that they feel hold them back from getting ahead and being in the position that they're in?
Well, let's see. It's like monkey see, monkey do. They like following the fucking leader. They don't like to follow. They follow the monkeys. They're so prone on trying to trying to be that nigga, or trying to be that much important, or trying to be that nigga that's flexing. Oh, I'm doing this, that, and the other. A lot of them young dudes out here and there, they talk about what they used to have. Nigga, you ain't got that shit no more. So, therefore, what you got is your time, this jumper, and these old crackhead sandals you wearing. Do your time. That's it. They be worried about the wrong shit.
Wow. So, like, being that you did work around those guys, like, what were some, now there's a stigma, like, guys, they go to jail and they get down. Have you ever, as a correctional officer, encountered anything like that?
Actually, I have not. I mean, other officers have, but I've always worked in the day. So it was that night shift that was catching all kind of shit. Fucking, sucking, bucking, whatever fuck they got going on. The day shift, they wasn't doing that because they had the tactical team in place at all times in the daytime. Not saying they wouldn't be there at night, but you have more action going on at night than in the day, because a lot of them were going out to work. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mm.
kind of like shit didn't pop off until probably they got back. Because every time they go in and out the prison, they got to get shaken down. So,
Okay.
and God forbid they have anything, because baby, it ain't gonna be nice for them. They're
And
gonna
what do
be
you mean by
23. They're gonna be 23-hour lockdown. They're not gonna be. You only gonna get an hour of fucking free time, like of rec time, I should say.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how they shit. That's how they doing shit out there.
While in there, like working, did blacks get fair treatment? Like as far as like if they needed health or medical or the dentistry, was that available to them?
Yeah, it's available to them. They get free dentists. Fuck. And they get free medical. Fuck.
Okay.
If they lie, they. I mean, that's probably not the best, but some of them got better medical insurance than the fucking people that work. Fuck.
Well, that's that's what it's supposed to be. But there was this story that I ran across yesterday. It was a guy, he's in Alabama, and
Oh yeah,
his
I seen that. That one motherfucker sick looking. He looked
yeah,
malnourished.
yeah. Now, what would you say to that? Like, you
Well,
see,
for one, you first the fuck off. Ain't nobody. And when a dude does that, I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but when people do that, they're basically they are basically what the fuck was I about to say? They basically starving themselves when they do that kind of shit in there. Not saying that's what his situation is, but normally they'll go on a hunger strike. That's what it's called.
mm,
So I'm not sure if that's what he did or no.
yeah, well, I'm not really sure because when his sister had made the post, she pretty much said that she had saw her brother, and then shortly after, then he just started deteriorating. But yeah, this is the guy right here.
Yeah, I seen that, and that's what I was saying. I'm just like, did he go on a? Did they malnourish, not feed him, or did he go on a hunger strike? Because it's two sides to every story. I'm not saying that she lying or anything like that, but it does make you wonder. And me being a correctional officer, niggas do that. Go on hunger strike when they don't get their way or they can't get a phone call or some crazy shit. Yeah, they'll start doing shit like that.
Oh wow.
Now, I'm not saying that's his case, but I mean, in most cases, yes.
Well, here it says Castillo is serving a 20-year sentence at Elmore Correctional Facility in Central Alabama. The Alabama Department of Corrections understands there is concern about the welfare of inmate Costello DeMarcus Vaughn. The ADCOC wrote in an email to AL.com he is assigned to Elmore Correctional Facility, but is currently housed at Stanton Medical Observation Unit.
Mm.
ADOC's Office of Health Services has fully investigated his situation from a clinical perspective, and he has been offered all necessary treatment for his condition. Also, he has been in touch with his family to update them on his situation. Casey Vaughn has created a GoFundMe to help her brother get a new lawyer. Cassie Vaughn took to Facebook about her brother, Castillo Vaughn's health condition. My brother, Castillo Vaughn, he is currently in inmate place at Elmore's Correctional Facility. I'm coming to you right now based on my brother's health. My brother's health is rapidly declining. As you can see in these photos, he is extremely malnourished. In these particular photos, he cannot walk nor stand. He is weak and vulnerable. My last visitation with my brother was July 24th, 2022. He was in good condition. I am not a doctor, but his health seems to be deteriorating. I received two pictures of him today saying get help. I'm asking for you to simply share and get these pictures out. This is violating human rights. I don't see how you cannot get help when an individual is in this state. Tag all news stations, please, and anybody that can help with this issue. This is urgent, and I'm concerned and scared for my brother's health. So, what I'll be doing tomorrow is giving them a call and making sure they did a wellness check on him to make sure he is getting the assistance that he needs.
Well, the real question is how did this start and when did this start? That's the real question because, like I say, niggas do all kind of shit for attention. So I ain't saying that's his situation, but like I say, you got to think about shit because how long has this been going on? She said 3 weeks. So you mean to tell me he been deteriorating from the time you seen him from looking healthy to looking sick?
Right. All right.
So
So we actually
shit.
have company. We have Tia Simone in the building. Hello. Welcome, Tia Simone. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hey, Queen, how are you?
I
Hi.
am well. Thank you so much for coming by. Listen, I gave our first co-host the opportunity to let the people know who she is, where she's calling from, and what she do. So I'm gonna give you that same opportunity.
You want me to talk about where I'm from?
Yeah, who you are, where you're from,
Okay.
and where the people can follow you and find you.
Okay. I am from Ohio. I was born in Chicago, and I am from um, makeup.
Makeup,
Yeah,
beauty, the beauty sector.
beauty. Yeah, uh, the beauty like world. And then I changed into commentary.
That
Okay.
part. All right.
Makeup girl.
Yes. So welcome, welcome, welcome to the Sunday Social.
Thank
Uh,
you for having me. I'm not like really good at describing myself.
oh no, you're
That's
okay.
I kind of feel like her, like real shit. Like I don't know, I'm a cool person.
Yeah, like
You're
when you're
definitely cool.
telling things about yourself, I'm not good at that.
Yeah, like I
Oh,
just be like, I'm
Yeah.
good, I'm cool. Like I don't know. I feel you though.
we're gonna work on that, ladies. So listen, so this was pretty much a potluck where you bring a topic to the social.
hmm
And did you have a topic to discuss? Because I already went through my season, my turn, and actually creative, she didn't go yet, and then you didn't go yet.
Okay, me, a topic to discuss.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, there's a lot of topics to discuss. I don't even know where to start. Um, I think it's very interesting to me how very much since I've been here on YouTube, how I have been pretty much treated by bigger creators. You know what I mean? Like creators that are bigger than me, not big creators. You know what I mean?
Right.
But what I was sitting here noticing, because there is a creator who I had to report because she was making homophobic slurs, transgender slurs, you know, racist things and all that kind of stuff. And
who was it?
Molly.
Molly Golightly. You
Yes.
know what? I got word on that. Go ahead and elaborate on it, because I know you are for the community. You're an ally. Go ahead and elaborate. What did she say?
I didn't. Okay, so I don't watch her. I can't. It's too much. But
I agree.
What happened was, you know how I have been very, very vocal for Miss Letitia. I feel like she's really getting. I'm worried about her, to be honest with you, because I really do think in the end she's going to get thrown under the bus. I really do. But because I confirmed something, I confirmed that a police report wasn't fake, and Molly was trying to say that this police report that was made was fake, and I confirmed that it's not. And ever since then, the first night she went live and was bashing me for probably about 5 hours. And she said, first of all, she said that I was a trans woman. Okay. But she was saying it like it was a bad thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And no, I was born female, but what if I was?
And guess what? I am. And it's nothing wrong with it. Okay.
No, there's not.
Nothing wrong with it.
I'm sorry.
You just listen here. I think what it is just from looking at your picture, some people have to go and get surgery for that. Unfortunately, you didn't. You were just born with it. And so I get
surgery.
it. Yeah, she was being malicious and she wanted to attack your looks, because I was on her panel once before and I don't think that she knew that I was. And she had an issue with me, but it's very strange that now every Black woman that shows up at your panel or that you know of, you're going to consider them a trans woman.
But she said it, saying it like it was a bad thing,
like it's a bad
was
thing.
my issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bad about it.
That's my issue with that. Trans women are women.
In other words, she had a problem with it.
Right. Right. She said she was just saying all kinds of nasty stuff. And it was hate speech. That's what it was. And I was offended either way. Like I said, yes, I was born female, but even if I was, you are offending. Okay.
My community. Yeah.
Exactly. A whole group of community, the LGBTQ. Then you want to go on and then you want to go ahead and have Black women come up on your panel. Well, I don't give a shit. Well, sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. I don't care about Black women coming up on your panel. What does that mean? Right. Okay, because as far as I'm concerned, the Black women that you had come up on your panel, do you have them come up on your panel any other time?
Right.
It's just it's that's
ridiculous
the only thing.
how people are. That's why I'm so neutral to a lot of things.
Hold
I'm
on
always
1 second,
open
ladies.
to. Oh,
hold on 1 second.
I'm always neutral.
Hold on 1 second, creative. We are just about to get a refresher because this is heavy, and I want you guys to look at this commercial and really pay attention to it. We'll be right back.
Anything he want with you, ain't nothing you can do about it.
Money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This is the money game.
Scratching and scrambling most of my days to get where I got.
Not sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them.
I eats in the big house kitchen. I got pine boards on the floor of my
If I
cabinet.
crumble, my children crumble, my grandchildren crumble.
And it don't take much coughing for the master to make me have a cup of corn whiskey for my medicine.
I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so I can make a statement.
Now that is fine living for a nigga, and I'll be damned if any African Guinea man is gonna make me lose all I've been working for. Now you take my lead.
There are ways to win the war in a different way.
Better learn. You best learn, or you gonna get the bloody back for sure.
All right. So authenticity or principles in exchange for personal gain, such as money, in terms of music or art, selling out is associated with attempts to tailor material to a mainstream or commercial audience. Get into that.
That is heavy.
Get into that.
I mean, we live in that every day.
Exactly.
But
So
to
I don't know.
have,
I mean, I don't know what exactly you reiterating to elaborate on. Just
okay,
curious.
so yeah, Tia, we're gonna give you the floor. I'm gonna actually go on mute. We're gonna go on mute and let you finish. Go ahead, express yourself. Take as much time as you need. I want to apologize to you for even having to experience that as a Black queen, as a Black woman that already faces a lot of challenges in life. So
No, I'm sorry that she even that there's I just can't I can't with it. Like I'm just but I'll tell you what. Remember when you were on her panel and she kicked you off because you said that white people can't be racist, right?
No, Black people can't be racist.
Black people can't I'm sorry, Black people can't be racist. Okay, so my mom, may God rest her soul, she was a philosopher, and that's how she thought as well. So can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, I feel like Black people can't be racist to their oppressors.
Okay. All
Black
right.
people can't
And
be
that's
racist.
just flat point blank.
Like prejudiced, but not racist.
I mean, I wouldn't say racist to their own kind, but definitely prejudiced and
Right.
colorblind type shit to me. Fuck.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know. You know, when she kicked you off panel, I never knew why. So.
Oh yeah. You know, my thing
I don't
is,
even know her, but she sounds like somebody I would never encounter. Fuck her.
No, you don't want to know her.
Well, listen, creative. I'm definitely gonna put your I'm gonna put you on to her just so you can roll in there because you're not blocked. But if you ever just want to go and just
I don't think I'm not. See, I'm the kind of person that I'm gonna say something and I'm gonna tell her about herself.
That's okay.
Sometimes people need to hear.
Yeah.
Sometimes people need to hear what's going on around them. You know?
Exactly.
My thing is we're all women here. And we are women from different views and points of life, walks of life.
I agree.
We get the end of the stick every time. And let me pull myself back. You women that go through and have children, that is a big risk, going to the hospitals and trusting these people to deliver your baby. I gotta give you your flowers. I gotta give you your flowers.
It is a big risk.
For us, you know, you Black women going through and trying to have a baby, you know, sometimes it's not always a smooth delivery. And we don't always get the services that we deserve. So I want to apologize and say, I love you, I care about you, and you deserve the world if it was up to me.
That's what happened to my mom. She definitely didn't get, I mean, she had, you know, good insurance and everything, and she had ovarian cancer. and one doctor only gave her 3 months, and she lived 16 years. Only for the doctor, when she was getting chemo, her struggles, her fights, all with, with cancer, the doctor ended up giving her the wrong chemo, and it spread tumors all throughout her body. And that's how she passed. She didn't even ultimately pass from ovarian cancer. She passed because the doctor made a mistake.
Wow.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
But
I've actually never said that out loud. So
thank you for sharing, and my condolences to your mom. And I know that must be hard to go through. I lost my grandmother to breast cancer, and that's when they didn't have a cure. Well, resources for her to get treatment and things like that.
yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. But you know what? With everything that we're going through, we are strong. We are some warriors, and I want y'all both to pat yourselves on the back just for showing up today, showing up for yourself, and just showing up today.
Most definitely.
It's a pleasure. I'm glad you
Yes,
asked me. I'm going to have you come back on my panel, hopefully.
yes.
I'm not big on the social media. My crazy ass. I
That's
really
good.
don't. I
Listen,
hate humans.
Creative, I will definitely be sending you the links anytime that I get links and we're on shows, baby. You got your link in the DM.
Okay. Definitely.
Yes, because you don't know Queen Tulsa, but we have a mutual friend. Her name is Sparkle. And I have been meaning to get a hold of you because I do want you to come on my panel.
Uh-huh.
Because I am doing a series on, hold on, I have to look up her name because I will get it wrong. I do True Crime Thursday, and I'm doing a
Wow.
series with this. It was a trans woman and a woman, whatever, but they treated her so badly. Hold on, let me look up her name. You may have heard about the case. Everybody has, but because minorities, Black people, we don't get the same coverage as white people.
Right.
Let me look up her name real quick.
Creative. We got a comment that says, Krisha, Landers, YouTube needs you.
I'm too wet with this.
Let me see. Let me get down here. That's a fact. Black people can't be racist. Thank you, Sparkle. She's not going to do anything besides run to Patreon and cry about it after. Absolutely.
Who?
I can't see the chat room.
Molly. She was speaking on that. Grayson, Garrison says, Krisha Landers, YouTube needs you.
YouTube beat me.
Girl, yes. You know what? I could
That's
see
what everybody
why.
keep telling me.
I can see why, because there are very opinionated people, and I think that you would fit right on in.
Right.
Even though you don't like social media, you would be successful at it if you did have, a channel.
Right. I think about it all the time. I just be like, what the fuck would I be saying? What would I be talking about? You know how people weird as fuck any goddamn way.
Whatever matters to you. You know what I mean? Whatever you feel passionate about.
Oh yeah, I mean, I be passionate about a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Especially about our history.
Absolutely. And
people, it's not talked enough.
It's not, and we need more people to talk.
Because you got a lot of Black people do not know their history. And I went to an all-Black college, and you'd be surprised how many people know their history.
Well,
almost shocking.
I agree.
Let them know where we went, sis. Langston University in Langston, Oklahoma. That's a HBCU.
Yep. So
But she creative, she went there before I did. Because when did you go?
I was there from 2004 to 2009.
Okay. And see, I think I was there from 2011.
Yeah, I had graduated already.
See, I didn't graduate, but I went. That is a
I'm
best
not about to play with you.
experience. I seriously, I didn't graduate, but it was the best experience. Like, if anybody out there, if you get a chance to go to college, a HBCU, baby, take that opportunity.
You experience a lot of people. You meet a
Yeah.
lot of people.
I did. I went to college. It was a good experience.
Where did you go?
I went to a college called YSU.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yes. What
And
was that?
another thing I wanted to ask you, because,
Uh-huh.
and a lot of people don't know this. So I had recently did a video about how the hate that Haley Bailey is getting for being the Little Mermaid.
Yes.
Excuse me. And what people don't know is that the Little Mermaid itself, that movie was taken. Disney stole that movie from African spirituality.
Yeah, we know that.
Did you guys know that?
I did not know that.
You didn't
I
know
did.
that? Okay, because
I
No.
mean, think about it. Half.
Oh.
Let's see, like this. You know, Snow White and the Seven Doors.
yes,
Uh-huh.
She was originally black, and she was a hoe.
I didn't know that. No, I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah, but you gotta understand. A lot of the kid movies then we didn't understand it, but as you got older, that wasn't meant for no fucking kid. They got hidden gay shit. They got all kind of shit going on back in the day, and you wouldn't have understood it until you got an adult.
No, I did not know that about Snow White.
Wow.
I knew that about mermaids because that's where, like, Oshun and Yemayai, if you've ever heard of those African deities,
What about
that's,
Yehuda?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Okay,
That
okay.
those, like, Yemayai is, she controls the water. So,
Mm.
like, Disney stole a lot of movies and themes and things like that from African spirituality.
I'll put it to you like this: the Walt Disney headquarters is in San Francisco, California.
Right.
Go do your homework on that, and then you come back. Promise.
Well,
Walt Disney is the devil to me.
Yeah,
So
my point. And when you
wow.
go to the museum, I've been to the museum. Well, let me take that back. I worked at that racist museum. And I'm glad I don't work there no more because they're so sexist, racist, and undermining black people. And they try to make you feel like a small person.
I believe that. And Queen Tulsa, you actually remind me of Oshun. You should look into it.
You know what?
I remind you of who?
Queen Tulsa reminds me of Oshun.
Oh.
And you said she's control of the water, right?
No, that's Yemaya.
Okay.
Oshun is a sensual. Oshun is energy, okay? And that's who the energy Beyonce is. Oshun.
Oh,
and you just remind me, look into it. You might, I'm religious, but I have definitely looked into African spirituality as well. And if you looked into it, I really do think that you would understand and connect with Oshun.
Well, you know what? It's so interesting that you said that because just recently I have been wanting to know about my African roots and of that situation. So listen, we're gonna be up in the DM exchanging conversations, sending voice notes.
Absolutely.
Because
any
listen,
questions you have, let me know.
Listen, my sister, the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm building a tribe. I'm building my own tribe here. And over here is just peace, tranquility, no bullshit. We just let our minds be free. We let our hair down. And speaking of letting your hair down, it's time for a commercial break. Hello and welcome. Thank you for tuning in to Goddess Tulsa. How did y'all like the commercial, ladies?
I like that commercial.
Thank you.
I like it.
I'm not about to play with you nor this commercial. That's funny. Hey
That's
guys,
a
I'm
very
your
beautiful
lover.
picture too.
Thank you. You got a beautiful picture. Listen, I'm so in love with y'all right now. Like I feel like we've done this before. You know,
Right.
it just, and I want this to be normal. I want us sisters to, have fun, love on each other. You know,
And I don't know much about you, Queen. Are you married or?
yes, I'm actually married. It's was 4 years, September the 7th.
Oh, good. Congratulations. That's a long time to be married.
Thank you. Yes, and we're still going.
Good.
Listen, I'm
Hey,
gonna get some comments out the way. We have Sparkle. She says, "I agree. I never got to an HBCU. My sister went to Fisk. She said it was the best experience
why
ever."
I can't see the motherfucker?
I gotta turn on my iPad so I can see the comments.
And then she also says, "I guess San Francisco is her hometown." And then we have Evolution 101. It says, "Walt Disney is the father of many African American children, many affairs with Black women."
Oh, I didn't know that.
Evolution, would you like to come on up, baby? Let me drop this link, honey.
I had no idea. I just
Yes.
know he's a big racist. I know he was.
But you know what? That goes. Are they connect? That's the ones that's connected with Sesame Street too, aren't they?
I I don't know. I think Disney maybe. I'm not sure.
You could have fooled me.
Right. I think they are.
You know.
Right.
And then, what do you guys think about when those characters that we grew up to, that maybe '80s babies and things like that, '90s babies grew up. You got Elmo, you got Sesame Street. What? How do you guys feel about Sesame Street treating our children like that? You know what I'm saying?
That made me so mad. Then you have people making excuses like sometimes you can't see out of the. I'm like, are you serious? That whatever that was, Rosita, I think it was.
Hmm.
She's seen everybody else.
Exactly. All
I
right,
mean,
we got. Oh, I'm sorry. We have a guest. We got company. Hello, Evolution 101. Are you there with us?
Hello, hello, hello.
hi.
Hello.
What is
We
up?
have Evolution 101. And listen, Evolution 101. And I'm sorry, Tia, we're going to get back to you in 1 second. So
No, that's
hold that
okay.
thought and remember it. Evolution 101, let the people know who you are, where you're calling from, and what you do here on this channel.
I am a really good friend of Queen Tulsa. I'm also located in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but I am originally from Los Angeles, California.
Awesome. Okay. Welcome to the building. All right. So, Tia, go ahead and finish your thought, and then we're going to pass the plate on to Evolution.
Nice to meet you, Evolution. So all I can say is I hope the lawsuits, because there is multiple lawsuits. That wasn't the first time that it happened with that character. They showed other videos of her doing that with Black children,
Crazy.
and I hope that they sue the hell out of them because the looks on those babies' faces just broke my heart. It broke my heart.
Absolutely. Evolution, what are your thoughts on the Sesame Street, with their antics with the Black children and, with this whole Walt Disney situation?
I just want to say, like, some of our biggest openly haters are our biggest lovers. You know, those that, spew the hate and spew the comments, those are the people that are secretly loving us behind the scenes. I had a family member that worked with Walt Disney for over 40 years. And that's why I put in that comment, just to show the contrast of how, you have this person that's, the public figure, but you just never know what's happening behind closed doors. You have these people that are totally against us, but are lovers of us, want to kiss us in the dark, want to love us in the dark, and you have that not only in the heterosexual community, but you have that, of course, in the gay community. But it happens, especially with, black men and black women. We're looked at as this object, that people want to experience, and unfortunately for that time period, he had to do a lot of stuff in the dark. He had to love black women in the dark, and he had to say what was politically correct, which was the N word, and showing that we were less than. But I have a family member that definitely saw a lot of stuff, and he was a big lover of black women behind the scenes, and he had children.
Absolutely. And just before we get away from this, Eagles soaring high. I see you in the building. I do have my family up here, and I feel like your family as well. It would only make things right if you come up and are you guys with a pray? Oh, okay with the
Yeah,
prayer
he needs
tonight?
to come up. He needs to come up.
Yeah, Eagles, come on up because we're soaring high like your eagle over here. And tonight, this is a
Not
social.
the heel.
Yes, I'm bringing my brothers and my sisters together, and we are on a journey to helping others, informing and educating, and also bridging gaps and showing people that we are human. We should be able to you know engage and be here as well and uplift each other instead of tearing each other down. So we are, we're not perfect, but we're something, we're a guide to what happiness can be for you. Okay.
Right. Hey, I have a
Yeah.
question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So, okay, I mean that it might be. Let me see how I can put this. So you know how people that are mixed, right?
Hmm.
Biracial.
What? Yeah, biracial. I don't give a fuck. Whatever it is, I feel that them kind of people is confused. If you ask me, because how in the fuck you gonna go and say, "Oh, I'm biracial, I'm mixed," bitch? What does it say on the application? It say black or white, right? Chinese, Tongan,
And that is
Samoan.
true.
I don't understand because this shit be getting me mad because it's like, how you not don't know what your race is? You sound dumb as fuck. Like, let's be really clear. Like, your features say black. That's all the hell they gonna look at. They not looking at, oh, your mama white, your daddy Mexican. Bitch, nobody cares. You're black. That's what God said. That's what America's gonna say. No different. Stop being confused.
I think it depends um, on the situation or the way that a person is raised. That's how I think. Like if you
I
look at
mean, you can.
somebody like Doja Cat. Doja Cat, excuse me, is biracial, but I think because she was raised by her mother, and her mother is white. Her father really, I'm pretty sure her father was like in and out of her life or wasn't in her life that much, so she connected more with her mother, and that's why she really doesn't like her hair and the texture of her hair because she has like 4C type hair.
Well, I feel that her mother didn't instill that in her because I totally disagree. Because for one, Alicia Keys' mother is white, and Holly Berry's mother is white, and she told her, "Why don't people like me?" And she said, her mother said, it doesn't matter what people say about you. People are not gonna like you, for, just because you're you. And the fact that Holly Berry is black and her features show black, she not fucking confused. So I just think Doja Cat is in a goddamn delusional state, if you ask me.
Well, she definitely is. It is. I think it's who you build a connection with, but it's also her mother's job to teach her how society is going
Exactly
to
my
see her.
point.
Absolutely.
And she didn't teach her that. So that's she feels some kind of way, confused. But when she get around black people, you be black. So I mean, what the fuck?
They get to kind of pick and choose, and it's
Right.
Yeah, my point. I don't know. I just feel people like that are confused. That's just my point. I don't know. That's my opinion, and I'm
they get
sticking
to
to
kind of
it.
pick and choose because, like, especially when you get talk about the entertainment business. Mariah Carey, she gives very much white when she drops the album, but when it's time for the remix, she gives very much black. So
Right.
she capitalizes on being somewhere in the middle where she can play this side of the fence and then she can play the other side
Exactly.
of the fence.
Some play both
I mean,
sides
I
when it's
get what you say,
convenient for
what you're
them.
saying, but I just feel like, come on now, you can't be that dumb.
They feel like they have that privilege in
Yeah,
society
and
that,
yeah, and that's where I'll be like,
yeah, society gives them that privilege to
yeah,
pick and
society's
choose.
fucked up. Well, we know America's fucked up, so that ain't nothing new.
Yeah, so
New message. Wait,
we've
ain't that what
given
they
them
say?
that we've given we've given them that support, so they play on it. And
Yeah,
I think when people say biracial in certain instances, they want you to know kind of like their genetic makeup.
right.
But honey, when
Like
you
that's
give me
not
those
what we care.
cups,
We care about your background, what you got going on, your work ethic. I don't give a fuck about your ethnicity, dummy.
I think all of them need to go up against a cop and let the cop decide. Because baby,
Exactly. And then they gonna either play the race card or they gonna get confused and be like, oh well, officer, I'm black, or oh, this is my mother, I'm white. Like, okay, now you fucked up.
yeah, because even our Afro Latina brothers and sisters, that don't want to claim, being to me what is visibly black. It's like, baby, go in front of one of those LA or New York cops, honey. They can let
Man,
you
tell me
straight.
about it and see what your results gonna be, because we already know them results.
Absolutely.
I agree with that.
And me being from a liberal state, yeah, we know what them fucking results gonna be.
But we're all so. I think once we tap into the beauty of us all being different, even if we are African American, there's so many levels, and I hate the fact that a lot of society thinks that like all of us do not eat fried chicken, honey. All
Right.
of us
And then
do.
I hate, you know what I really hate? When they say all, when they'll come and say all black people look alike. Bitch,
That's not
what?
true.
Wait, what
See,
kind of
and
crack
you know
pipe did
what?
you hit?
Tia, weren't we just talking about this earlier?
Yes. Hmm.
We were just talking about this earlier because Tia had went over to Molly Golightly's channel, or I don't know how it went, but this woman sits up here and called this woman a transsexual woman. And
Like
this is,
basically like it's a bad thing though. That's what made me
yeah,
mad.
like it
And,
was a bad thing.
yeah.
But she's cisgender.
I wouldn't give a fuck what you are. If your heart is pure and your loyalty and your conversation is legit, I'm rocking with you. I don't give a fuck if you pink, purple, gay, straight, flip flop, backwards. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna listen to the conversation. I'm gonna listen to you as an individual. You're gonna tell me who the fuck you are without you telling me who the fuck you are.
I think
Right.
we live longer having a big pool of people. We do need the Asians. We do need the whites. We do need the Latinos. We do need
We
the
need a lot
the
of
people
people,
in
but the
wheelchairs.
thing is, a lot of them don't want to come together.
A lot of them don't want to come together, but I think us, just really opening ourselves up to that, because
Yeah,
my
it's a start.
community is very diverse. My community is very diverse, and I love it because everybody is going to have different point of views. And
Right.
even in the African American community, we come from we got upper class, middle class, we got,
We come
all
from
kinds.
different walks of life, basically.
Absolutely. And it's like, we got the Afrocentric sisters. We got the Afrocentric brother. I mean, it's so many levels to that. We got the vegetarians. We got the vegans. We got the. So it's just
That's
like,
what's here.
just open yourself up.
Trying to
Open yourself up.
fix it.
You're
It's
right.
so messy. Sorry, I agree with that.
Absolutely. Even in the LGBT community, you got the masculine, you got the feminine, you got the ones in between, this and that.
You
So
got
it's
the
like,
butch looking bitches. You got all of them.
yeah, once you open up and just realize that the world is
Just
huge.
be you. I can respect somebody that bees themselves opposed to somebody that gotta make it to fake it type ass shit. All right, you is one of them people that you need to get kick off the road or something, cause you ain't even accurate.
All
Right.
right, girl. Okay. Listen, there was no lies told there.
You'll be respected more for being yourself than sitting there trying to be somebody that you was not. And you got a lot of them kind of people. Sad to say, but true.
One of my favorite creators is Paris Milan.
Is who?
I love Paris Milan.
Paris
Paris
Oh, I
Milan.
don't know. I don't know none of these fucking people. I need
Yeah,
to go check them out.
she's because she has conversations like this, and she has
Yes,
conversations that people
real
are afraid
shit.
to talk about. Right. People are so afraid to talk about. She has these types of conversations.
And those is the best ones you should have. You know what else that's good to have and good to talk about and some real shit? Mental health.
I
That's not
agree.
talked about enough in the community. I promise you it's not.
And there's this stigma around mental health, and that's the problem. I always get scared because people get so bullied on the internet. I feel like somebody's going to get hurt one day. I really
Yeah,
do.
and I
I
need to
really
get
do.
off this fucking freeway. That's what I need to do.
I'm happy that the conversation of mental health has like become more
Oh, it's
broadened.
I'm
gotten,
glad it's
yeah, it's
becoming
gotten better.
normalized. It's
Yeah.
becoming normalized
Hmm.
because once upon a time it never was, and it was looked down upon.
Right.
And I I'm from Los Angeles, California. So, we have just a very big collective of people.
Cali.
Yes, honey. And I remember like being a young child, catching the subway and catching the bus. And you saw that person talking to themselves. And we
Mhm.
equated that with crack. Everything was crack.
Wait,
Everything was
what?
crack. So it was like, that's a
What?
crackhead. And it's like, now that we've broadened the conversation of mental health, I look at those people that I was young. So we were laughing at the woman talking to the tree. We were laughing at the woman,
Yeah,
coming
we've
in the store
always been
talking to
that way
herself.
because we kids.
We
We don't know
can't.
no better.
And I didn't know about mental health. Everything was
We
crack.
didn't
So
know no better
when I
because
saw
we thought
her,
it was
when I saw her, she was a crackhead. She was because she
right, basically.
or he's talking to himself. The brother that's just talking, and you crossing the street, and you like, what the hell is he doing? He's just standing there by
Right.
himself, and and then it's like now that we have this understanding, I'm like, wow, like my brothers and sisters were really going through some shit.
Yeah.
They were
Mm-hmm.
really going
Yeah.
through shit, schizophrenia, bipolar, all of these terms that I wasn't educated with because my community said crack. Oh, that's a crack girl. That's a crackhead over there.
Well,
Yes.
not even just that, but a lot of times it's not talked about because mental health really starts, it comes from the home. Now, if, like, prime example, a person can go into mental health by being molested at a young age. Your mental ain't fucking right. You fucked up. You going into adulthood, can't think right. Can't, you know what I'm saying? Everything is mad day for you because everything around you is irritating.
Absolutely true.
Right. I agree
Yep.
with that.
That's a great point. And
Mhm.
we see these people acting out in public and we think, oh, she got an attitude. No, that sister or that brother is going through something and they don't have an
Been
outlet,
through some shit, baby.
you know? And it's sad that people, and we've been guilty of it, like you said, evolution. You know, seeing them people on the corner and seeing them talking to themselves. Oh, they just a crackhead. But see, it wasn't in our communities. We lost some really. I feel like when the great grandmothers passed, they were the matriarchs of the family and keeping everybody together. And I feel like our community dropped the ball on us. Our
Well, I
elders.
feel that our community failed us as well, because when being raped in your family, or you have some ADHD type of syndrome, or there's all kind of red flags, but never there's nobody in the family that never pays attention, or they pay attention and sweep it under the rug as if it's not important.
Yep.
Well, we were told to be strong, and when we did
Exactly.
bring up therapy, that was for white folks.
Exactly.
That was for
Therapy
white
was
people. It
like,
was
don't
expensive.
go to fucking therapy. You ain't stupid. Them
Yeah,
white people can't tell. Them shrinks can't tell you shit. Wait, what?
and it was expensive, and that was white people problem.
Exactly. It was always something.
Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Tia, from your iPad, could you drop your channel so the people can follow you? And we're actually working with Creative and Evolution 101. I'm trying to encourage them both to get a channel. So if anybody in here, if you can drop Tia's channel, or Tia, can you drop it? Um,
Okay.
okay. Sorry about that.
Yes, they.
Yeah,
I
no
feel
problem.
that like they both need to get a channel, or even have a channel together and talk. You just,
Right.
you know what I
I
mean?
mean, yeah, we could do that too. I mean,
I'm
I'm all
enjoying
for
this
it. I mean,
conversation. I really am. So
I need to get more exposed to the social media world. I am not hit with that shit. My ass is MIA. I'm off. When I'm on, you see me. When you don't, you don't. Fuck it. That's
right.
where I'm
I love it.
And that's like that's the healthy recipe for social media. Take a break from it sometimes,
I
Yeah,
you
agree.
know?
sometimes it's too toxic. It's just toxicity, and I don't have time. I like my peace.
And actually, Tia, I'm gonna drop your channel, so don't worry about dropping it.
Okay. Yeah, I think you have to be a mod to drop it.
But yeah, we definitely need to, boy, you crazy. I mean, we can all think of all the stuff that was very pushed under the rug, like brush that off,
Oh,
get up, and we as African Americans, especially in our youth, we're so groomed to be strong and
Right.
brush it off your shoulders. Even if it's bothering you, you're supposed to have this tenacity to just the next day not even think about it. And it's like, no, I'm a human being. I am still thinking about that shit. That fucked me up, you know?
right.
So
Exactly.
just not having that kind of community to really be
And
ourselves.
not only that, but also having a safe space to talk about shit that's personal, or shit that just personally going through or have been through, or things like that. Making a safe space for people to have a discussion, opposed to judging, misleading, dishonesty, bullshit.
Hmm.
So make it a safe space as well. That's how I look at it.
There's a
So
huge
people can
stigma.
feel comfortable.
There's a huge stigma with Black people when it comes to mental health.
Yeah, it is.
And I think that is, I can't remember who. So I think it might be, is it Tina Knowles? I'm not sure, but somebody has a channel where they talk about that and the
I
stigma
think
around
I
mental health.
know. I think
It's on
Tina Knowles
Facebook.
do talk about it. I'm not for sure. I think she does. And then
Yeah.
it's somebody. You know who else talks about mental health too? B
Taraji,
Simone.
Who?
B Simone. She's the
Oh,
one of
okay.
the in IG influencers.
Hmm. And there's
Her
somebody
and
else I can't remember.
what's her name talks about it as well.
Taraji talks about mental
Taraji
health.
P Henson.
That's
I
it.
love, love,
That's who.
love
Oh,
her.
I love her. I love her.
I love the fuck
Is
out of
it
Taraji P
is it
Henson.
on
She's so
Facebook?
fucking transparent. I love it. I love a motherfucker person that can still be rich as fuck, but be humble as fuck, and still be able to have that conversation as if she one of our homegirls type shit.
Right. And it's on Facebook, right? It's
Yeah,
her?
it's
Okay.
hers is on Facebook. Yeah,
Okay. I thought so.
yeah, hers is on Facebook because her best friend is her co-host.
And I just like I love the conversations that she has on her show. I really do.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely love the conversation that she have. B Simone, I've heard I've watched the episode or two of hers on mental health, and it's pretty interesting as well.
Hmm.
Even though I don't like everything she do because she just be fraudulent, but some topics I do like to
Right.
listen to of people when it's a discussion of a good topic.
Right.
Yeah, I think that people need to understand, like that we are strong mentally and physically. They love to showcase that with the sports and all of that stuff, how
Hmm.
physically strong we are. And I definitely believe that our community grooms us to be these strong people, but at the end of the day, we're vulnerable. We're
We need
still
to
in
go back on
it.
that level of mental health. That back right
We
back to
still
that again. Mental health.
yeah.
Because yes, we can go and be those people of we can be the faces of NFL, we can be the faces of MLB, we can be the faces of NCCA, all of those different types of sports. But when it comes to our mental health, we got to be strong. We can't say nothing. We got to hold our tongue when we say certain shit when it's pertaining to somebody white or another color or another race. We have to bite our tongue. Why?
Exactly.
The fuck for what? Bitch,
And,
if I want to
and
say what I want to say, I'm going to say it.
I was just talking about that last night because I was talking about the Molly Golightly and just how she accused me of calling her racist when I didn't call her racist. But I feel like a lot, not all white people, but a lot of white people do that to be very dismissive towards black
Hmm.
people and to
Yeah.
make black people look like, oh, she plays the race card with everybody. She
And that's
always
not the
says that,
case.
and that's not even the case. It takes a lot. Like for me, if you do something, I'm gonna call it as I see it. And
Hmm.
then she goes and
As you
tells,
should.
and then she goes and tells her audience of 2,000 or whatever. I don't give a fuck how many people were watching her, but she
Right.
wants to
Absolutely.
go and tell them that all I do is talk about race and all I do is talk about racism and saying, don't you want this to end? Basically saying, don't black people want this to end? And she's one of those people that say, if you talk about it, it makes it worse. And
Listen,
Not really.
I
this is
She
the
say,
sound
thing.
like she got
I
Listen,
a
say,
pea brain.
bullshit. If you that's what you want me to do, you want me to stop talking about it. You
hmm
want black people to stop talking about it, but that's not going to happen. And then
Right.
they always use Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman has said pub- Morgan Freeman has said publicly, if you want racism to end, stop talking about it. So every single white person that comes in my comment section, not every single one, but they'll be like, Morgan Freeman, I agree with him. How is racism going to go away if you stop talking about it?
First off, if anybody know what sarcasm is, that's exactly what he was saying.
They're saying they
That
used
was
this quote.
sarcasm.
I don't know if it was it.
The reason, yes, it was
I
very
thought it was
sarcastic because Morgan Freeman is one of them people that really does talk about uh black race and things of that nature. That was straight sarcasm. People don't understand. It go over a lot of people's head. That's the problem.
okay.
oh,
So
and Tia, Eagles, subscribe to your channel.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
yeah, I
And
did
I'm
see him
gonna
say that.
put your channel on my channel as well, Queen Tulsa.
A lot of times when
Okay.
unfortunately we get somebody that starts to make a certain amount of money and they're
Hmm.
around the yes people and the glitz and glamour, they start to think that stuff on the outside does not exist. We've seen that a lot with our African American celebrities, Lil Wayne, you know,
Hmm.
people saying all kind of triggering things, Kanye.
Yep.
And it's like, well, you're getting the cream of the crop of the situation, and you're looked at as what's it, Tiger Woods. You know,
Hmm.
once you get over to that side, and you're making more money than a lot of the the white people that you're around, you are adorned. You know?
Exactly. Exactly.
So it's like they get into that world and they forget the world that they came from, and they start saying, well, wait a minute, everybody's nice to me. It's like, well, who
Right, right.
privileged? You're privileged now.
I'm sorry. When Lil Wayne did that interview, I don't like that man no more. I cannot stand him. I'm sorry. I just can't look at him the same after that because you should know
Well,
better.
there's a lot of artists I can't look at the same shit. I still listen to
Yeah.
their music. Their music still slapping,
Yeah,
but
I can
their
separate the
actual
art from the
yeah,
artist,
yeah.
you know?
But far as like their personal
What is their
opinions
music
and things
doing?
of that nature,
Creative,
some of these, huh?
creative. What is their music doing?
No, I said their music is still lit, but I was
It's still
saying
slapping.
their personal opinions of politics and shit of that nature and black history or just any fucking thing of that nature, it'd be so goddamn goofy. Like, oh, you a dumbass. You didn't go to school, and I know you didn't read a book or pick up one. So what you talking about?
But when they hit that low again and gotta
Oh,
be
but
a,
they
a
be wanting
black
the
person,
fans to help their ass. That's what it
uh-huh.
is.
But
They
I
go back to that humble stage.
right. I just noticed that with a lot of us, and you get up to the top of the mountain and you turn your back on everybody that brought you up. Like why does Beyonce and Jay-Z and Rihanna, and I'm calling them out, all these A-listers, you beg to be on the BET Awards. And now that you've had a taste of the Grammy and the AMC and all this stuff, everybody should be showing up. I don't care who owns BT. That's our awards. The NAACP awards, those are our awards. Those people beg in the beginning of their career to get one. And as soon as they
Check
get
this.
one and they get a crossover, they don't even show up. They don't even show up. It would mean so much for people to see you. You're going to be front row. You're
Gu-
A-list.
Well,
Show
guess what?
up.
Peep game, check play. You got now that they see, but see, here's the thing. Jay-Z stopped Jermaine Dupri from working with the NFL, right? He turned around and went to the NFL after you just talk shit about them. Make that shit make sense. What?
Hater.
That's somebody that's a house nigga.
Yeah, we don't you know who inspires me is Nigeria. There's a lot of stigma about Nigeria. And talking about we're scamming over there and we're this and that and blah 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 blah. But let me tell you something about Nigeria. Nigeria said, you know what, the Oscars and all that other shit, y'all can kiss our ass. We'll make something called Nollywood over here, and we'll get dressed up in our finest, whether it's traditional or Armani, and we will hand out our awards on our accord. Who we think is, they're not even worried about us over here. They're not. They're not, because they have their own shit going on over there. And I feel like it's too many LeBrons, it's too many Magic Johnsons, it's too many Michael Jordans, it's too many of us to still be fighting and crying and getting down on our knees to be at the table. Why don't we create our own table and just live with it? Because let me tell you something, the Grammys and all them people, they don't give a fuck about us. That's just like that whole Will Smith thing. It's like, okay, Will Smith, you got your Oscar. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Who cares about the Oscars? Y'all never wanted us to be there in the first place.
And
So
to be
to
truthfully
suspend
honest,
somebody for
it
10
wasn't.
years,
It
suspend
was
somebody
never for
for 10
us.
years, come on now. You were proving a point to us. First of all, the last 3 years we've been saying Oscar not so black. So the
Yeah,
fact
but
I didn't like the fact that two black men were up there slapping each other, but they talking about, even Vivica Fox talking about, but it's the Oscars. Yeah, the white
you
man's
know what?
award show.
You know what I noticed? You know what I noticed in real life? All of these people that's been acting for 30 something years just now getting their flowers. You just now seeing how great these people is after 30 years of work. You want to give somebody an award? I would have told them, fuck you and that award at this point, because my work speaks for itself. I don't need no goddamn award to tell me how great I am, bitch. But the fact that A lot of these actors and actresses should have been had an award. Should have been had an award. But the fact
Fact.
that it took you 30 years to actually see my potential, I'm appalled. I'm really offended actually. Like the fuck?
There's power in the black dollar. We're the biggest consumer. We are the
Yeah,
biggest consumer of Gucci.
I
We're
know he is, but see that's the problem. If we actually stuck together instead of letting the fucking ego get in our goddamn way, we would be a lot further in this motherfucker. Let's be clear.
absolutely we would, but we need to do a universe. We need to unify a front together. We need to unify
Yeah, we need to go back to the back in the day.
back in the day, and we need to stand on what we stand on.
Stay off of social media. Go into groups like they did back in the day. They didn't have no fucking social media. You wasn't on YouTube. You wasn't on goddamn IG. You was out there talking, uh, you know, congregating with one another, selling, getting each other's plans going on, this, that, and the other. So a motherfucker wouldn't see us coming.
I mean, we got the tools. We just gotta start the digging. We got to
We
start the
gotta lose that ego.
yeah.
That's our
We got
problem.
the ego, because I cannot believe that we are still begging these
We
people,
still begging.
and they don't want shit to do with us. They really don't.
And I not shit.
They
I
don't want
said
shit
it
to do with us. We're an afterthought. We are an afterthought. That
if
table that Shirley Ralph sat at was in the back, honey. She was in the back. She was nowhere near the front. That television show that she's on, they put all them niggas in the back.
well, Tyler Perry, right? He built his own fucking table. He told them kiss my ass, bitch.
Yeah, and we're not on board with that. It's like, come on.
Is I don't understand that. That's why our people is fucked off because our egos are in the way. We don't want to sit there and make a plan, build with each other. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, you got a lot of black people be saying, "Oh, this, that, and the other," but you're not showing me how you got there. You telling me, but you're not showing me. I don't want to hear that shit. Because at this time, at the end of the day, now you telling me you flexing on me for
Now
what?
listen, let me flex on you with these three letters: fear, envy, and distrust.
Oh
Those were
yeah.
the three words that they have to divide us. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, let's get our commercial going.
Anything he want with you, ain't nothing you can do
The
about it.
money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This is the money game.
Scratching and scrambling most of my days to get where I got.
Not sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them.
Now I eats in the big house kitchen. I got pine boards on the floor of my
If
cabin.
I crumble, my children crumble, my grandchildren crumble.
And it don't take much coughing for the master to make me have a cup of corn whiskey for my medicine.
I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so I can make a statement.
Now that is fine living for a nigga, and I'll be damned if any African Guinea man is gonna make me lose all I've been working for. Now you take my
There are ways to win the war in a different way.
better learn. You best learn, or you gonna get the bloody back for sure.
Okay, since you played that commercial, I have to speak on it. Okay, so Monique and Nene Leakes, two black women that were at the forefront of us boycotting Netflix and boycotting Bravo.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as those two black women, my sisters, got their checks and settlements, let me speak on Monique. So Monique got, I guess, a settlement, and she finally got the deal with Netflix. If Netflix is sexist, if Netflix is racist, why in the hell are you still trying to do a comedy show with these jokers? What are you teaching the young people? What are you teaching us out in the streets? What is what is it giving? And
That's
then
that's
Nene,
what I mean. Practice what you preach. That
and
right
then
there. That's a prime
Nene,
example.
as soon as she got her check, Nene is now, she's taken off the blacklist off of her social media. She's taken off the boycott Bravo. It's like, and I added Nene. I added Nene. I said, Nene, What's the deal? I said, Nene, you left us hanging. I said, is Bravo racist? You never like give us that, honey. Okay, you got your settlement, but are they racist? Like, is this okay? Because you got the check cut, like, and you leaving us out to still support and watch shows on it. Where are you leaving us, my sister? Where are you leaving us? Because you told us verbatim in several videos that Bravo was racist. Are they racist now because you got a check? Are they not? What is it? She never got back with me. But I definitely tried to have that conversation with her because I'm like, sister, you left us like, okay, that it's private public knowledge that you got a check cashed from Bravo. Y'all settled in New York. But are they racist? Because you've taken everything down. What was it real or was it fake? Because I don't want to support them if they're not, if they are. And that's what you were screaming. You were screaming that to us, that they were racist, but it's like, but you got to check. So are they not racist?
And that's my prime example as to practice what you preach, because you sitting here telling me to fight for what's right, but then at the end of the day you going right back to the place where you claiming to fight for. So make it make sense. And then you was complaining about a white woman, Amy Schumer, more than what you was making. Okay, now I'm confused because you got a check now, so what's your excuse now?
I'm not supporting it. I'm not watching it. I'm not supporting it. That's not a win because you showed me that this is really what you want. So you just really wanted to be on Netflix. Like you were screaming about, I was on the Queens of Comedy, which was iconic. You was with four other African American women. Y'all did it y'all way. Y'all had us laughing. It was bootlegged. It was legitimately, it was going all around my family. You know, we laughed, we cried, we had a good time watching Queens of Comedy. So it's like, now I've heard that you've gotten a settlement and they're going to give you your special, but you told us they were racist. So I wouldn't want any parts of them. I'm not
Right.
doing business, like, especially if I found out, you know, I know for a fact that you're racist and you're sexist and you're this and you're that. Why am I shaking hands with you? Like, okay, I can see if she got the settlement, but you actually agreed to a special with these people after us. So many people. I'm not gonna say like millions of people, but there's a lot of people rocking with Monique. There's a lot of people that unsubscribed from Netflix. I mean, just real tea.
Right.
There's always a community of people, and it's like to watch that
I mean,
person.
don't get me wrong. Like, I just wish, I just wish we had some fucking. I wish Bernie Mac was still living, because baby, we have some truthism in this motherfucker.
Right. But he probably would have been on the
We
list of
missing
her
that in the
hit list
community.
too, because he probably, quote unquote, would have made more than her from a special his damn self. So he probably would have been in the
Oh,
list of
he damn sure would have made
Eddie.
more than her.
Yeah, so she probably would have been going up against her too,
Yeah, well,
because
it
she
wouldn't have
felt
mattered.
like
Bernie Mac would have told her, "I don't give a some motherfucker."
Amy Schumer. Amy Schumacher. I don't particularly care for her, but she's got, I think, maybe like 15 to 20 years her junior. She's in a different tax bracket. She's in a different age bracket. She could fill seats, even though she's not
Mm.
my cup of tea. She could fill seats that Monique can't fill because Monique's audience was 98, 2001, 2003. That's when everybody would fill up a Madison Square Garden for her. I don't
Hmm.
know about 20. If I go outside and talk to these young people that I live around, I don't know if everybody's going to know who Monique is.
They not.
I mean, just real talk. I mean, The Parkers is on Netflix, but I don't know who's clicking in on that. Like, kids are watching a whole bunch of stuff now.
Hey,
It,
my
it,
sweet babies. Hey, my sweet babies. I
uh
love
huh.
us for real. I
Yeah,
love us for real.
yeah. I mean,
How
real
I
much
talk.
do
loved it
you
when
love
Tamar
us?
was on there. I'm not gonna lie.
Who? It's
Tamar.
like, you have to, and let me tell you something about these companies. It's all about the money.
Oh, we
It's
know
about,
this.
it's about okay, Monique, we give you 15,000, but we make 150 million. We give
Mm.
you 15 million, but we make 150 million off this special. Don't think that they're handing Dave Chappelle 60 million because they're only going to make 65 million. No, Dave Chappelle got 50 million or whatever he got, and they made about 5 or 6 times more than that. Trust me. They're not handing money out like that. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. If anybody thinks that they broke even with Dave Chappelle, honey, you need to go back to elementary school because that's not the way
Well,
you
I'm about
even.
to let y'all go.
All
I'm about to
right.
go
Well,
hop in the
listen,
shower.
absolutely.
Okay,
Well,
thank you.
listen, thank you so much for coming by. And we got to definitely do this again. Let the
No
people know who
problem.
you are and give
Yeah.
them your Instagram before you head out.
You said what?
I said, let the people know your Instagram before you head out. I don't
My
know if she want to do
Instagram.
that.
Oh, I don't even. Girl is
She
creative
said she ain't into social
and
media, girl.
it's at. I
Okay,
mean,
here,
it's
give
at
me one
Got
second.
Cakes actually. At Got
Yeah, give me 1 second, and I'm gonna pull it up so the people can
at
see.
Got Cakes.
Uh, so got cakes. Let's see. Period.
I think it's Got Cakes 85. Shit.
Okay, so I got you right here. So y'all make sure y'all it's 20 got cakes 28. Y'all make sure y'all go over and follow my
20.
girl, got cakes 28. She is definitely on Instagram. She is definitely a vibe. And you can catch her on some lives. All right. And thank you so much, got cakes, for coming by.
Yes, indeed.
All right. So we will chat with you later, honey. Good night.
Have a good night.
Alrighty. Good
Nice to
night.
meet you.
All right. So absolutely. Y'all make sure y'all go over and follow my girl got cakes on Instagram. She is definitely a vibe. Got cakes 28. Evolution 101. So did you enjoy the show tonight? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? And what are your opinions?
Definitely. I think everybody contributed to dropping some gems, and I think everybody just collectively had their own opinion, and it just made it a lot of fun, because everybody saw things differently. So I loved it.
Absolutely. So this is the Queen's Social. I think that I'm gonna continue it. This was just, episode one. But I feel like you said, we had a great engagement. Everybody's welcome. The different opinions definitely mattered. So on that note, I think it's fair to say that we close out now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's do it.
All right. So you all make sure you get your It Stops Here mask. Please get your It Stops Here mask. And definitely continue to support the queen, and I will definitely deliver as much as I can. I'm all about love and positivity, and I want to share that with you all, and I hope you enjoy. Eagle say this was a very good live. Thank you so much, and on that note, we are headed on out, but first you got to get your mask. Queen Tulsa merchandise. Hello, guys. We do have masks. It Stops Here by Queen Tulsa. Thank you all for supporting so much. We do have our masks that are adjustable. You can adjust the straps, adjust to your liking. I want to thank you so much, and we will be getting justice. And I want to thank you in advance for your purchase. And just remember to always have gratitude, always show gratitude. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome. Thank you for tuning in